You guys have heard us say it before, and we really, truly believe it, but hunting with our friends and our families is probably the most important thing to us. And this week, it's no different. We head to northern Utah to help my cousin on his limited entry bull elk tag. This place has a lot of memories. I grew up hunting with my uncles and my cousins up here, and actually one of the first videos I ever filmed for the Hush channel was up this canyon when my uncle Darwin drew his limited entry elk tag back in 2011.
My name's Trent Carter, and we're up here trying to find a big bull so that I can fill my limited entry tag that I've been waiting for 21 years to draw. Oh, the earliest memories I have of coming up here are probably about 1989 when I was 5 years old. My dad and his friends would come up here and hunt deer and elk at every opportunity they could. I remember coming up here for every weekend for a month at a time, 5, 6, 7 days in a row, and that's where I created a lot of friendships that I still have today with certain families. And this is kind of my home unit. This is where I call the place that I camp, the place that I hunt. So when it came to putting in for a big bull tag, it's always just been here because this is where I'm comfortable with, this is where I like to hunt, and this is where I get to hang out with the people that I enjoy being around. Yeah, when we started coming up here, at least when I can remember, there's always been at least 4 or 5 different families here at one time, and it's a matter of finding a place where we could all camp together, where we can literally circle up the trailers and have a big fire in between. And some of the families have come and gone over the years, but for the most part, there's been 2, 3, even 4 families that have always come up here. It's a matter of who has a tag, who has an opportunity, and we all generally try and rally around that person and try and help them become successful on their hunt. And that's exactly what happened this year. Is I got a lot of help and support, and that's one reason again why I wanted to come to this unit, is because I knew that people would rally around me, and it just brings back all those memories and good feelings of just being around the people that you like to hunt with. I'm not a solo hunter. If I was up here by myself, I'd leave the next day because it's not fun, it's not comfortable. You really want to share those memories with someone else. Honestly, my first few memories coming up here wasn't necessarily about the hunt, it was about the other kids that were here in camp, and we're walking up into the hills 40 or 50 yards and trying to build a fort. And you know, then when your dads come back and they have something in camp, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, that's cool. Like, you actually took this animal, and then that's when you start to feel those feelings of excitement, and those few mornings that you actually get to go out and hunt with your dads. Those are cool too. You know, the truck rides through the rough terrain and it's cold and your dads are trying to keep you warm, and those are the things you remember. And then when they do finally get an animal, those first few experiences are like, wow, that's what this is all about. That was a lot harder than you thought. My teenage years, obviously, I had other things on my mind and got away from hunting a little bit. And honestly, it was when my dad drew his limited entry tag here up this canyon as well that I got back into hunting. You know, one of your first videos that you made, it really brought back a lot of those feelings again and made me want to get back into it. And it's really a way that I've been able to bond with my boys. We started goose hunting together the last couple years, and they really enjoyed it, and so I knew I wanted to get them up here in the mountains and hunting. And this year I've had Stockton with me multiple nights, and my younger boy Easton was here the other night, and he almost refused to leave the mountains, so that was exciting. Like, I'm glad they want to be here as well, and I hope I can, you know, harvest up some of those memories for them, that when they get 5, 6 years down the road, they'll still want to come up here with their dad and try and hunt an animal. Along the way, as I tell people, you know, I had 15, 16, 18, 20, 21 points. I had so many suggestions on where I should put in and what units would be best, and I knew all along that this unit wasn't a trophy unit. For me, this was my home unit. This was where the areas I knew, the areas I felt comfortable with. It's almost like a challenge for you. Like, I want to get up into my unit, find that nice bull, find that big bull, and try and be successful on a unit that maybe doesn't have all the hype as some of the others. So again, for me, I knew it wasn't going to be about killing a 380, 400-inch bull. It was more or less being able to experience it with my family, my friends, the closest people around me, and trying to make lasting memories. If I went down by myself with one other guy to a unit I didn't know and not have anyone to share it with, it really wouldn't mean much of anything at all to me.
Guys, good morning, good afternoon. How are we? It is 5:59 right now, and we are in northern Utah. And guess what? It is fall because it is cold. The plan is today, it's opening day. So my cousin, again, drew a limited entry rifle elk tag, and we're up here. We're up here with the whole crew rolling in last night. I have a lot of memories from hunting with these guys. So when I was a senior in high school, I grew up in Idaho. I was a senior in high school and I was chasing a snowboarding dream of becoming a professional snowboarder. My mom's sister, Lisa, and her husband Darwin lived in Utah, and so I wanted to be closer to the Salt Lake snowboard scene. So I moved down to Utah to live with Darwin and Lisa, and that's Trent's parents. So when I say like Trent's like more like a brother to me than any like a cousin, it's because I lived with him for a couple years. Anyway, so I moved down to Utah, and those couple years I would come up and hunt with these guys, and it was the same crew. I don't want to date myself, but 23 years ago when I was a senior, it was the same exact families and friends back then that would come hunting that showed up last night. So it's pretty cool story of just, again, these guys have always made everything, all the hunting trips, a family affair. They always show up for each other when one guy draws a tag, no matter where it's at, they all show up to help and bring their family and their friends, and it's pretty cool to see. So today we are going, me and Logan are going to go with Trent and his son Stockton to an area, and then everyone else is kind of splitting up and going to go try to put some eyes on a big mature herd bull for Trent, and then we're going to reconvene here, have some lunch, and make a plan from there. But who knows, we might go and find a big bruiser ourselves for Trent, and I hope Trent shoots a really nice bull that gets him super excited, because 21 years is a long time to wait to hunt elk. Well, we're seeing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. I'll keep saying lots a few more times. Lots and lots and lots of people. There are a lot of people. So the limited entry on it opened today, which Trent has for a big bull, but also the general spike tag opened today, and there's a cow tag that opened today. So there's a lot of guys, a lot of folks out after elk, but there's only, I think, a total of 10. Is it 10 tags? 10 tags for big bulls, so I think we just found our 4th bull of the day. Trying to get better eyeballs on him.
He's a 6. He picked his head up one.
Yeah, just kind of a small 5s.
5?
No, he's a 6, but just had like small fizz.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still there. Just seeing MC Hammer out bowling with our bros. So it's opening day, evening of opening day, and our Uncle Mike got onto some elk this morning, so he's come to show us where it's at, and now we're going to drop in there with Trent and go try to get close. It sounded like there was a herd bull, some satellite bulls with some cows, so things might get exciting here real quick.
Update from Trent. So we got over here to within about 550 yards of where these elk have been moving through these trees, and we've seen a few cows and a spike. What we think is a spike. Haven't heard any bugles that are close. Just kind of hoping the last 30 minutes or so of light that maybe we'll hear a bugle or we'll see the bull start moving through there. So all's not lost. We're in a good spot.
White?
I'll tell you what, a warm cheeseburger can solve a lot of problems. And we don't even have any problems. We just had a fantastic day of elk hunting with the whole family and Trent and kids. Amazing day, and tomorrow's day number 2, and we're gonna go out and do the same thing we did today and go look for some elk and hopefully find one that gets Trent happy and excited, and we'll go kill him. But in the meantime, hot cheeseburgers by a fire. What can go wrong, you know? You ready to rip, dude, or what?
Yeah.
Is it early?
Yeah, it's really early.
Like the face of someone ready to rip it.
You guys both look like you're ready to rip it.
Barely.
What are we gonna do today? What's the plan? What's our goals? Shoot an elk?
Kill big bull.
That's the goal. I don't know what the plan is.
In the words of a good friend of mine, we're gonna check off a box today.
Yeah.
Go in where we had bulls bugling last night and see if we can't get one to present itself. That's the goal today.
You only get 1 second. I gotta roll this window up. It's freezing. Hi guys, welcome back to day number 2 at Trent's hunt. I think we have a really good plan in play. How's Trent? I didn't get to talk to Trent this morning. You guys talked to him already. I think he's feeling optimistic, hopefully. But we're gonna go as a group over to a spot we were in last night and try to get eyes on a bull that we heard. So come with us. That's all the time you have. My window has to go back up. The heat's escaping.
What are we gonna do today, Dar?
Well, you guys are gonna walk off here. I'm gonna drive this over here and sit in the sun, take my coat off and drink a rock star and eat some peanuts. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
Can I hang out with you today?
Absolutely not. I'm on my own, buddy. Alright, you guys, so we're at the same spot we were last night. When we were hiking down to get to this saddle, we could hear him. He cracked off 2 more times. Haven't seen him yet, but Casey's gonna try to call at him and see if he can help us pinpoint where he's at. So we just got into the canyon we were in last night. Some guys were here yesterday morning and there was like 3 or 4 bulls just ripping up this canyon. So we came in here last night and we saw some cows, and then when we were hiking out, the bull finally started bugling right at dark. So that we should come back in here, and then we got back in this morning and there was one bull that sounded off a few times, but he wasn't very aggressive. Saw some cows, a spike, and then another bull way down in the bottom, like this is a 5-point, nice 5-point. So I think there was a hot cow in here yesterday morning. There was a hot cow, and that's why they were going wild. And that cow got bred, and then they were kind of shutting up until the next cow goes into heat. And they'll go wild again.
Fight on. Fight on. It's a war worth fighting. It's a war we wage. No one wins or loses, 'cause it's the devil's game. There's no surrender at the devil's gates. Pick up your weapon, 'cause the army waits. Battle lines are drawn in the sand. This will be my last and final stand. I'll fight on, till the darkness meets the rising sun.
Guys, how are we doing? How are we feeling? It is day number 3 out here on my cousin is my cousin still. He's still my cousin, my dear cousin. Trent's limited entry elk hunt here in northern Utah. It is we've had successes. We've seen elk everywhere we've gone. We're just kind of trying to turn up that one bull that gets them excited. But yeah, we have a good plan today. It's great because there's just so many people out to help. You know, we're here obviously. What could go wrong with me and Logie out here helping you? He's got his buddies, he's got his dad, his uncles, like his cousins. We're all here to help, and that's what this whole thing has been about, is just a big family affair. So it hasn't changed. We're still here to help him. So we have a good plan. Some guys are splitting up to go here, go there, and hopefully we can get one rustled up here in the next few days.
You can turn your phone so it's going north. Will that help you? Okay. Because I could see this road from over there and this face, and they were right in between, and these are the only two clearings that I see. And they were close to the top, so I think we just skirt through these trees, maybe get into this top clearing, and then work our way over to these other two clearings.
I like that.
Maybe hit some cow calls, a couple of bugles, see if something's in there that will respond.
It was nice getting the trees, dude.
We just put ourselves out there, and sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Tell me your thoughts and feelings, and just an update, dude.
Well, this morning had a plan to come over here and get off this backside, and there was only two people over here, and one of them was in the first spot we wanted to go, and the second one was in the second spot we wanted to go. So we spotted a little bit. Didn't see any elk. Good walk, walked through some cool country, saw some sign. Didn't hear any bugles, but again, just we put ourselves out there and tried to make something happen.
March goes on.
Hi, Trent. What are these guys saying?
I was just asking where they're going. They've got spike tags and they're gonna go where I wanted to go, clear off the bag.
Sick.
But I told them we'd probably go halfway in and we can come off and sit a clearing on the front side if we want.
Right on.
Yeah, it's something.
It's better than nothing.
Or we turn around and go further that way again.
What's your thoughts?
I don't know.
Have they been in here yet? Like, have they been hunting it?
I don't think so.
Tell me what's your gut saying, here, or do you have another thought?
My gut is sick because we haven't killed a big bull yet. This morning we had a plan to go out, sit on the backside of a ridge, and for the second morning in a row, someone got there literally seconds before we did. We talked to them, they're nice guys, hunting some spikes, but we decided to change plans and come out on a different ridge where not many people are hunting. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any elk, but we did just spot a mountain lion perched up on some cliffs, which was pretty cool, and watched him go down into the valley, and he's working his way towards us, so that was cool to see. Always fun when you see something new, and I've never actually spotted one personally. I've had a few on trail cam, so kind of cool to watch.
All right, it is mid-morning. We're taking it back old school. I remember growing up and coming hunting with these guys up here. They'd always, by about day 2, if we weren't finding a lot, we'd go and do some like midday pushes when we were hunting deer up here. I mean, I've been
coming up here for 25 plus years, and this is, you know, back way before binos, especially spotting scopes, made a huge presence in the hunting space. This is kind of how they would kill a lot of deer, is they'd make a push. They'd find a group of trees or a couple canyons they would always hunt, and if they felt like there were some animals in it, they'd go and set a couple guys up on the bottom, and then the rest of the group would come up above and just walk through that whole group of trees in hopes to be pushing the animals towards the guys on the end shooting. So it's kind of I don't know, I've always said it's not the most effective way in my opinion, but I would assume if you were to count every deer killed in the last 100 years in the Western United States, I'd bet a good percentage of those, not even half, probably maybe 25%, 30% were killed this way. A lot of guys used to hunt this way. A lot of guys still hunt this way. It's just kind of, in my opinion, it's a Hail Mary, but I like it. I always, anytime we have ever done this, I've always been like, I had a good feeling like, hey, something could happen. If this works out, like there could be an elk in here that we can't see or didn't see that was bedded down, and we're going to walk through and they're going to jump up and run out the clearing in the bottom, and hopefully Trent gets a shot. I don't know, but it's worth a shot, that's for sure. I like it. I like trying multiple different tactics to hunting elk, and especially when it's been slow like it has. It's been super warm, a lot of people out and about. It's worth a try. So plus Trent's buddy Skylar has a cow tag, so the possibility of bumping a herd, hopefully with a bull or even just some cows, pretty high, or pretty good I should say. Anyway, just letting Skylar get up around me. I guess he would be called a flanker. And then the blocker down on the bottom would be Trent, or the shooter. And so it's me and my Uncle Darwin. Darwin's up here. He's going to go low. I'm going to stay high. And then we got Skylar up on the ridge to kind of, I guess Skylar would be the blocker. Anyway, I don't know the proper technique or proper names for everybody, but we're going to walk through the trees and hopefully bump something. I thought you might pull the trigger for a second. There was a bull in there. Dude, not even like a cow or anything, like a bull. That would have been
like Friday, I think I would have shot him.
Yeah.
So we just put a little last minute plan together for the morning. We didn't see anything on our spot, but we had a knoll here that we've walked before in the past and had success with jumping some animals out of it, and we thought, well, we'll just do a morning walk. Started up high and they pushed the tree line down, and my dad just scattered a little 5-point out of there. Well, 6-point, but something we're not willing to shoot on a Tuesday when we got the rest of the week and we got some weather coming in, but it was exciting. Plan worked, jumped an elk out. If the timing would have been right and the bull would have been big enough, we could have dropped him right there in the bottom, close to the road even too, so that would have been cool. So exciting. It gets our spirits back up a little bit, that's for sure.
Heck yeah. By far, hands down, the best elk push ever executed.
That was
We did
perfect.
our part. What else can we do, you know?
Had him in the crosshairs. Stopped out here.
How far?
550.
No kidding. Only one that got up, huh? Yeah. There's not a lot of fresh elk sign in there at all.
Not. It's kind of surprising.
I didn't even know I jumped him. I told Darwin. He just told me I jumped it. But one set of fresh tracks I thought I was on. And that was it.
So it's doing exactly what it said it's going to be doing for the next 6 hours, 5 hours hopefully. It's supposed to do this until noon and then clear out. Well, there's two different reports that we're getting. One's supposed to clear out at noon, the other one's supposed to go all day and then turn to snow tonight. So we're not sure which one we'll get, but they're both been correct so far. It's raining and foggy and we can't see more than about 100 yards. So like I said earlier, it sucks you lose a morning, but at the same time something needed to happen. These elk were bedded down in the trees at first light and then not getting up until right at last light. So it makes it a little tough to find them. And so hopefully this changes things up and gives us the last 3 days that we have to hunt the very best chance to find Trent a bull and kill one. But I don't know how much we're going to accomplish this morning, unfortunately. Man, this has been not a grind. It's only day 4 or 5, but we had some weather finally come in. It's been, the first 3 days was hot, like 70 degrees up here in the mountains during the day. And what we were noticing is the majority of the elk were bedded down first thing in the morning, and then they weren't getting up out of their beds till very last light. So it was making it hard to locate some elk to hunt. But last night a storm rolled in. It's been raining most of the morning. Cleared up for a little bit. We went out. Hopefully the elk would be on their feet, but they weren't. So it's about 12:30, 1 o'clock. We're gonna grab some lunch, and then we're gonna go back to a new spot. Hopefully the elk are out and about a little bit more this afternoon than they have been. But the storm's supposed to roll out tonight sometime, and then just be downright chilly for the next 2 days. So I think those are all good things that can help us find elk and find a bull that Trent wants to kill. So yeah, things are looking up, I'd say. We're gonna eat some caribou steaks on the old Camp Chef, re-energize our body, get some warm food in us, and then be ready to rock and roll.
Alright, little update. Today we've been fighting the weather just a little bit, but overall things have been fairly positive. We've seen elk most days. We're grateful that this weather's moved in, for the fact that it's going to cool down a lot tomorrow. It's supposed to clear out, and we're hopeful that the elk will finally be out and moving. They haven't been moving in the open. We've seen a lot of elk moving through trees, so it's Wednesday. We've got 3 or 4 days, and then to get this done. Ultimately, I'm trying to stay positive. I've had a ton of ups and a ton of downs, and we're in one of those down moments. So, keeping our fingers crossed that tomorrow morning is going to be the best morning thus far.
Alright, you guys, so what we're doing is we got everybody up here, and we have 2 cow tags, a spike tag, and a big bull tag. Really foggy and snowy, and we glassed some elk in this canyon somewhere. And so what we're doing, honestly, is I think we have 7 dudes, 4 with rifles, and we're just kind of all hiking through this thick stuff. I'm gonna make a big wrap around. I think it's like 3.5 miles. We're just gonna work our way all the way down to the bottom where the side-by-sides are. This is pretty cool though. I've never hunted like this before. Bunch of guys. And if it's brown, we can shoot it. We have cow tag, spike tag, and a bull tag, so we're just kind of making our way through this country. Hopefully something pops out and we can get a shot. Range it. Okay. 424, Trent. 424. 424. There was one going through the trees over there. There's 2 deer right there. Is that what they are?
Good water here when all the grass is 6.5 feet tall. That's what Casey said. It's tall grass.
Yeah, I
All right.
some elderberries and talk about it on camera, okay?
Listen, tell me your name, what you're doing, and what you're eating. Bye. Later.
Well, we went on a fantastic nature hike. I saw a lot of critters. Jumped 2 stud bucks. I guess I jumped 2 spike elk. I never saw them, but it was just a really nice hike. No shots were fired, unfortunately. We went into it with 2 cow tags, a spike tag, 2 spike tags, and a big bull tag, and nothing died. But if I would have had a buck tag, I would have killed a stud buck, and then I saw some sweet moose. But we're getting a little frustrating. We're trying to find big bull for Trent, and it's just not happening. We don't know where the majority of these elk went. We spotted a big bull over here last night. That's why we came in here and did that push, but
Sweet country, dude.
It's beautiful, man. I saw a lot of fresh signs, saw some rubs. I thought for sure I was going to push a herd out to you guys, but not in the cards tonight. So we'll, I think tomorrow's going to be the first day of just calm weather. Like, storm's going to blow out tonight. Well, it's going to be cold, but it's going to be just calm all day. That's kind of what we're hoping. I think maybe that's what we need. So we have literally one day left to do this. So, but hey, what do we say though?
Last day?
I'm gonna have to give Trent a talk.
Yeah.
You got to give Trent on a low. We talked about roller coasters. It's kind of been like this. So it started here and it went, and then it's just gonna like tomorrow. It's gonna be like, whoa, best roller coaster ever, right, Trent?
Yeah.
Yeah, highs and lows. We're just on the low part. Have been for 6 days. High part's coming real quick though.
My jacket keeps getting heavier and heavier. You ready, dude? Yeah. What do you think's gonna happen today? There's gonna be 1 or 2 elk killed for sure. Sick.
It's go time today. I've decided I'm ready to lower the standards a little bit. Not that we've seen anything that's really up to what the standard was, but it's Friday. I only got a couple days left here. So we've seen a few bulls in here that I'd be willing to shoot, so we're gonna go in there and try and make it happen. And hopefully get stalked on an opportunity to cow or Skylar a cow. So hopefully we're killing some elk today in this canyon. It should be fun. Just ran up into the trees to chase a spike off. He was a dandy. Oh, here he comes. Oh yeah. He's a giant.
Guys, we just found 2 giant. I'm not gonna say giants, but 2 nice bulls. Bulls we've been looking for. Oh, he's okay. The first one was a big shooter. We just found 2 bulls. They got Trent super excited, but we're not sure. We gotta go figure out how we get over there. I don't know how we do, but we've been hunting for an opportunity. We've been hunting to find bulls that would get Trent excited, and he decided he would lower the standards today, and we were going to come back in here to where a couple bulls we passed earlier in the week have been, but we can't find them. But we found 2 that got him super excited, so we just gotta go figure out. We got a target acquired. I always say that. Now we gotta go on them.
I think those, so if you come down from where they are, where those bare clearings are,
Yeah.
I think that's these right here.
Okay, those 3.
We were in the same spot an hour and a half ago and things have changed.
Yeah, things changed big time, so we got down in here hoping we could see some of those smaller bulls that we saw earlier in the week. Way off in the distance, I spotted an elk, a smaller bull up top, and then a little while later, just below them, a cow, a spike. Really nice bull came out. It's obviously hard to tell, but from that far away, I mean, he looks really, really good. So that got us excited again. Changed the game plan one more time. Now we'll see if we can't make a plan to get over there. He's in a tough place to get to, but there's a reason why they're there. So we'll go see if we can make it happen. Get on the road back here at the highest point and start picking your way in there from that road.
Well, we found those 2 nice bulls this morning. Darwin was sitting up here on this lookout. He saw them too, so we came over here to talk to everyone and make a plan, look at our OnX and see the best way to get over there. And unfortunately, we just saw a group of horse guys. I think 4 or 5 guys on horses right where those elk are at. And they just tied their horses up in there. Looks like they're going in. Sometimes when you think you're in the middle of nowhere watching an animal no one knows anything about, you quickly understand that other people know about those animals too. There's horse guys and there's another guy that I think has walked in on foot, which
he's earning it. So we're gonna try to see how this plays out, if they kill this bull or not, and then go from there. Talk about ups and downs. We're about at the highest up we've had all week, and now we're at probably the lowest down we've had all week in a matter of minutes. How fun's that?
Welcome back. Brought my driving gloves up here with me today. Boom, full leather. So we're just made our way up to the top, and Mick stayed at camp today, or stayed close to camp, and glassed up a shooter bull up here on top. So we made a play to get people spread out. We know like a general direction of where the bull was at, but Mick kind of lost him in the pines, so we've got guys spread out on the bottom glassing up, and we're coming up on top to glass hopefully down low below us. Hopefully find this bull. It's a super good bull. Mick saw him from a long ways away, but you can tell he's a big mature bull. Looks like he's pulled off the cows and he's up here by himself, but that would make sense if he's an old bull trying to come back to probably where he summers at and recover from the rut. So anyway, we're gonna go try to find this bull and kill him. And this will be the most epic hunt of all time because we've worked so hard for so long. Haven't had to take any time off. Trent's thoroughly impressed. Trent's been working his absolute butt off day in and day out to try to find a big mature bull and kill it. And it's been fun. This is how I would want a hunt to go down. Work, and finally have it pay off. So we're here to help him make it pay off.
Well, we just got clarification where we're at, and we're way far to the north. The bull's on the next mountain over, wrapped around. That's why we couldn't find him. We've been looking forever right below us, but he's wrapped around. But we're gonna give her a heck. Give it a good college try. We gotta hurry, side hill this, try to get around the next hill, and look down. I don't know if he's bedded or walking or what. There's a lot of confusion right now, but he's there, so we're gonna go there.
Like now?
Yeah, you're good. Like, you good?
So, a good friend of mine once said, it's 4th down and 10, what do you do? His name was Casey. We went for it. We weren't punting. So,
well, slow down the bus. It's only like 2nd down.
That's true.
Third down,
we're
maybe.
not to 4th down yet, but this is our last night with these guys, and
yeah,
we went into the depths of hell. And hell got us. But anyway, I mean, we came up here, we gave it a shot after this big bull. He's big. They looked at him down low. They say, we got to find a way to kill this bull. He's huge. We got to within probably 100, 150 yards, and it's just so steep. There's a reason he's here. We couldn't get it done. But gosh, we're in some beautiful country, and this is part of the journey. Go out here and try something really, really hard.
yeah. I think, dude, I've been super impressed how hard you've been working your butt off, Trent, for 7 straight days, like mornings and nights. We don't show this a lot, but the Hush crew likes to play this thing called swing shift, where every once in a while we'll sleep until 8, get up, Trent is up and ready to go at 6 a.m. every day, out till dark. He's working his butt off. He's still got a few days left. Unfortunately, me and Logan have to go home, but I have high hopes that you're going to kill a bull. Maybe the whole thing is me and Logan need to go home because we're like,
just get out of here. No, it's been a blast. Even if I go home without anything, like you say, Casey, the experience, I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't expect this for sure, but it's been a grind, but it's been fun. I'll take the ups and downs and the depressing moments and the exciting moments, and whatever happens ends up happening, but thank you guys.
yeah, who knows, we can kill one on the way back.
Yeah, let's shoot one on the way up.
The one thing I would say again is just looking back now on the 7 days that we've had, there were so many ups and downs. There were so many things that were difficult. I didn't understand the emotional part of it as much as far as how I was going to feel and what was going to be running through my mind. But boy, when you have the tag, your mind is going a million miles a minute. Every time you're out there, you're trying to make the right choice. When you're in camp at the end of the day, you're like, well, what am I going to do tomorrow? And there's a part of me that didn't want to let anybody down. But just the support and the strength that I got from the guys in camp was awesome. Everybody chipped in, everybody gave me ideas. And I'm the kind of guy that I almost trust the guys I'm hunting with more than myself. So I'm the guy that's reaching out for ideas. And to have Casey and Logan, to have you guys here was just an absolute bonus. Like, again, I've told Casey numerous times, like, he got me back into hunting. His excitement and passion really drove me to start doing it again. And so for you guys to be here was absolutely fantastic. But my dad's been here the whole time. The YETIs have been here the whole time, and just couldn't ask for better people to be around. So for that, I'm extremely grateful. Okay, who's next?
That was good, man.